Doctors have declared a man who went on a rampage at a South Hill health club and later fought with sheriff's deputies brain dead. The incident got its start Thursday night just before 7 at Oz Fitness at 55th and Regal on Spokane South Hill. And that's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us now live. And Jeff, we understand that this man had just bought a home earlier in the day.
Nadine, apparently this was the first home that he ever bought by himself. And real estate agents say that he was a very polite and generous person. However, witnesses inside the gym say the man they know as Will was completely out of control here last night.
I was thinking he was probably on drugs or on steroids or something. He had I think it was a Sacred Heart bracelet from the hospital, so.
Jesse Soto says the gym was packed with members doing their workouts when Will suddenly started screaming at inanimate objects.
He almost broke the water fountain, and he knocked out the towel dispenser.
When managers confronted Will about his bizarre behavior, he threatened to kill them.
He just started mumbling and, saying racist slurs, and then he started throwing the weights, and then he was just cussing and yelling. And
the staff then managed to push Will, who was foaming at the mouth, out into the parking lot.
He stopped traffic for a while. He was in the streets and cars were, stopping, and he was like, I don't know what he was doing in the street, and 3 guys went to chase him down across the street, and then the cops came.
When sheriff's deputies arrived, gym members saw Will pounding on the hood of a patrol car. Witnesses say Will fought with the officers, and when they tasered him, Will managed to pull out the probes. Will then collapsed, and those same deputies gave him CPR. Paramedics were able to revive him, but Will never regained consciousness. Earlier in the day, Will had been signing the closing paperwork so he could purchase this home at Thurston and Arthur. He was one of 3 buyers who made the same offer, but the sellers went with Will because he seemed like such a nice guy. However, just last week, Spokane police were called to Will's location when he was also behaving strangely, and now investigators are hoping toxicology tests and eventually an autopsy will tell them what was going on in Will's mind and body. Now, Nadine, the 2 deputies that fought with Will in the parking lot in here on the street, they had to be hospitalized for their injuries. The sheriff's office says they can't tell us any more about what happened here until they interview the many witnesses to this incident.
Such a strange series of events here, Jeff. You've been tased several times before in a training exercise. I'll never forget that video. Could that have caused his injuries?
Well, it's possible, but when doctors or paramedics use a defibrillator to alter your heartbeat, they're using about 300 joules of electricity. The amount of electricity contained in a taser jolt is less than 1 joule. But if you happen to have pre-existing medical conditions or prescribed or illegal drugs on board, and then you fight with police officers or sheriff's deputies, that can create both an elevated body temperature as well as an elevated heartbeat, and those things can be fatal. Reporting live on the South Hill, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY.